I called the police on my own mother. To everyone else, my mom is generous, warm, and endlessly selfless. She's the kind of woman who brings soup to sick neighbors and remembers everyone's birthday. People love her. They always tell me how lucky I am to have such a caring mother. What they don't see is that my mom doesn't believe I'm allowed to exist without her involvement. Growing up, she framed control as concern. If I wanted to go out, she needed every detail. If I was quiet, she assumed something was wrong. If I set a boundary, she called it disrespect. When I finally moved into my own apartment at 24, she cried like I was abandoning her. But she helped me pack. She hugged me tightly. She told me she was proud. When I moved out, I told myself things would change. They didn't. She started small, showing up unannounced, just to drop something off, leaving groceries I didn't ask for, folding laundry I hadn't touched yet, rearranging furniture because it flowed better this way. Every time I brought it up, she laughed it off like I was being dramatic. I'm your mother, she'd say. I don't need permission. Tried to enforce boundaries. I asked her to call first. She agreed, then ignored it. I asked her not to come by when I wasn't home. She said she wouldn't, then admitted she had anyway. She always knew things she shouldn't have known, where I'd been, who I was seeing, what time I got home. If I asked how, she'd say, I just know. What she meant was, I check. I told myself it wasn't dangerous, just annoying, just overbearing, just family being family. Until the night I came home and realized something had been moved, not cleaned, not reorganized, but searched. A drawer I never opened was slightly off. A folder under my bed wasn't where I left it. My laptop lid had fingerprints on it when I was sure I'd wiped it clean. I sat on the edge of my bed, heart pounding, and tried to rationalize it. Then my phone buzzed. A text from my mom. You look tired this morning. Are you eating enough? I stared at the screen. I hadn't seen her that day. She continued. I came by this morning and saw you were asleep. That was the moment it clicked. She wasn't stopping any of this because she didn't think she was doing anything wrong, and I knew that she never would see the problem. So the next time it happened, I didn't confront her. I didn't argue. I didn't threaten. I didn't warn her. I came home early from work and found her standing in my living room like she belonged there, holding a stack of papers I recognized instantly, documents I kept hidden. She looked startled, then annoyed, then defensive. I was worried, she said quickly. You weren't answering. I asked her how she got in. She hesitated. Too long. That was enough. I stepped outside, closed the door behind me, and called the police. My hands were shaking so badly I had to restart the call once because I hit the wrong button. I need an officer, I said. Someone is inside my apartment without my permission. The operator asked if I knew the person. Yes, I said. That's the problem. When the officers arrived, my mother's tone changed instantly. Calm, polite, confused. She told them she was my mother and that she was just checking on me, that I was being emotional, that she had a key once, that she was worried. I stood there quietly while she explained herself. Then one officer turned to me and asked a simple question. Did you invite her inside? I said no. Does she currently have permission to be here? I said no. That was it. They asked her to leave. She stared at me like I had just committed the ultimate betrayal. As she walked past, she whispered, You're really doing this? I met her eyes. Yes, I said. I am. She hasn't shown up unannounced since.